everyone, this is Tricia and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be making a seashell wreath. So I've got some items here that I have purchased from Hobby Lobby, but I want to show you where I got my inspiration. I first went to Burlington to look for some items to decorate another bathroom that I have, and I wanted to do sort of a either beachy or nautical theme. I wasn't sure, maybe a combination of both. I had an idea that I wanted blues in there, but that kind of changed a little bit. So I want to show you what I purchased at Burlington before I get to doing my wreath. Alright, so the first thing I wanted to look for was either a shower curtain or a towel that I could take my inspiration to decorate my bathroom. I wasn't sure what colors I wanted. For sure, I did want maybe some blues in there, but I do have my other bathroom which is all white and it does have some blues in there, so I was open to maybe going in a different direction. So my sister-in-law got to the area where the shower curtains were first and she separated. She knew that I either wanted something all white or maybe something that had either a beach or a nautical theme. This is one of the shower curtains that she had separated already for me, and let me tell you, I saw it and I fell in love even though I did look at the other ones. This is what she found for me. And as you can see, it's not a lot of decoration. It's a very subtle embroidered seashell on here. Let me pop this open so we can look at it a little bit closer. Oh, these did come with these little hangers. And I did buy a new rod as well. And I did buy it in that silver tone. Let's pull this out. And there we go. Look at that. Can you tell there when it has these seashells on there? That is so pretty. Anyway, I think this is the bottom part. No, this is the top part where it hangs from. Okay, so I love this color. And it's not a blue, it's not a turquoise, it's sort of like in between, kind of like a seafoam green color. And I thought, well, you know what, I'm gonna go with that. So the next thing was to find either a towel or something that coordinated with that. And I saw the perfect towel after looking at a couple that I almost picked, but I'm glad I kept on looking because then I found this beautiful pattern, and it's got seashells, it's got a seahorse, some seaweed on it, some starfish. Look at that. And if I open it up, it's got the edging with a stripe on both ends. Look at that. And not only that, but it was bringing in some more color. As you can see, it has like a salmon, pinky, peachy color. And it also has some yellows and kind of like a grayish sand color, as you can see right there on the stripes on the edge. And I thought, well, here's my colors. And of course, it has that seafoamy green that the shower curtain has. So it was a perfect match. I got two of these towels. If you're curious about how much my shower curtain was, my shower curtain costs, I think it was $12.99. But again, it did come with these, so that is a great deal because sometimes you have to buy those separately, and sometimes the shower curtain alone will be 25 bucks and then another 15 for the rings. But I got a good deal, and these towels were, I think, $7. Yeah, $6.99 each, and I got two of these. And to coordinate, I wanted to put a little rugs on the floor, so I got these kind of a sandy colored pack of two. So I think I can put this one next to the shower and the toilet, and I can put this one where the sink is. And this set of two was $14.99, so I spent $15 on this. Let me tell you, I spent less than $100 on getting all these items, by the way. Oh, here's my shower rod in case you're interested. This also, I got it for a few dollars here. Let's see, $11.99. It was $12. You just got to look for these items. The only thing I didn't get was a waste basket, and I still need to look for that, but I'm sure I can find one soon. Okay, to coordinate with this beautiful towel, I found these wash towels, and they have the same kind of a sandy tan and a kind of salmon peachy color and a lighter tone here, and then some whites, and I thought those were perfect. And then I found this one single salmon colored towel. Okay, this set here was what? $5.99, so it was $6, but I've got 12 little towels, so that's like 50 cents a towel. And this one was $4 for this one hand towel. Okay, and it has that peachy salmony color to it, and of course I already showed you the other towel. And then I found this cute little sign that says beach, and this was $5. I also got this at Burlington. I got some other items here, but these were not from Burlington. This is the other towel. And then I found this cute little basket. Actually, my sister-in-law found this. And I have a little skinny little tile table that I'm going to put in there. And then I'm just going to put this on top. And I think I'm going to put some rolled up towels in here. But when I got it home, this is $10, by the way. And then I probably wouldn't have purchased it because I have plenty of baskets. But I don't know why. Something about this basket just kind of called my name. And I kept looking at it. And you know what? I never noticed those little handles that are in there till I got home. And I thought, why is that there? And then I realized that it pops open like that to become a little carrying basket. Isn't that cute? Like to throw in your beach towel and some stuff to take to the beach. So again, I thought this was a great purchase, and it matches perfectly in the bathroom. So it'll go in the bathroom for now unless I decide to someday go to the beach. I did go to Marshall's because I also wanted to find some soaps that I did not find at Burlington. I wanted some soaps to put in the bathroom just as decoration, something that smells good. You know, people want to sniff on them when they come by and visit. My sister-in-law found me this little packet of 2 soaps. And it's got some little palm trees on the paper. And of course, it's a turquoisey color. It's not quite the colors that are in the towels and such and items. But I thought it was really cute because it's a coconut vanilla scent. It smells really good, and I like the packaging on them. I thought they would look really cute. These are going to go great on a little shelf that I'm going to put in my bathroom. And then I found this one that said Energizing Ginger. And I love the packaging. It also has like a peachy color on the packaging. It has like a sort of like a Indian inspired kind of a, like, you know, Asian Indian kind of inspired pattern on it, and I love it. But I think I'm going to open this and actually put it on a little soap dish so that if anyone wants to use it, it's fine. But I do love the way it's wrapped with a little rope on it. Look at that. It's so cute. This was $3. This one was $4, but I thought, you know, $2 a soap. That's pretty good. It's going to be for decoration. She also found this soap for me. That's a sea salt soap, and I love the kind of a vintagey kind of wrapping on it. This is going to stay wrapped, and I'm just going to put it on the shelf like that because I just thought it looked really neat. It does smell good. And then my mama found me some items. These are some hanging scented ceramic, and it's a starfish and a little seahorse, and it's got this ocean breeze kind of fragrant oil that you put on them. So these are also going to go hang in the bathroom. I will open these up and put the little oil on them. I don't know what it smells like because I haven't smelled it. I'm kind of sensitive to smells, but we'll see. If not, at least the little seahorse and the little starfish are really pretty. I might paint them. I'm not sure if I will. Okay. I'm going to get on to the next project. Oh, I wanted to show you something that I did get at the store called At Home. And I'm going to be using this in this bathroom, and I'm going to decorate these. This is going to be my project for next Tuesday, so you want to stay tuned and watch that, and then you can see how my bathroom ended up. Also at that store At Home, I purchased these little oars. I thought they were really cute, and I'm probably going to use them in my wreath. I also had found, I don't know if you can see these little lifesaver things hanging on the side. They're actually from their Christmas, but I thought it would be really cute because they don't really look Christmassy. And then I have some little anchors over here that I'm also going to use in some of my projects. I'm not really sure, but I'm definitely sure that I want to use this one in my wreath. So let me show you what I got to create my wreath besides those little oars. And I went shopping at Hobby Lobby, and I decided to spend just a little bit extra to treat my bathroom nicely. I already have this roll of twine, but I did get this at Hobby Lobby. I don't remember how much it cost me, but I have been using some of this during Christmas, so it's been a while, so I don't recall. Okay, but I did go ahead and get a wreath. I wanted a different style of wreath, but I couldn't find one. But I did find this oval-shaped one instead of a round one. I thought this was great. This is a 24-inch grapevine wreath. This was $8.99 at Hobby Lobby. Okay, and then I got a package of seashells. So I got this nice little basket, and it's all full of seashells. So I'm going to pick from those, and I'm going to use that to decorate my wreath. I've got some ribbon that I purchased as well. I've got this beautiful kind of, what is this, kind of like a burlap, ropey kind of a, you know, fabric. I love it. This was a $10 roll. They were half off, so I got it for $5. I also got this ribbon, and I'll pull this out and you'll see it better in a little bit. And this got some starfish, and it does have that kind of a greenish blue tones that are and this towel, which are the darker ones. It's a little bit darker, and it kind of looks a little navy-ish, but it still kind of coordinates, so I'm going to use it. I think once I take the paper off and everything, you'll see the color a little bit better. I also got this kind of a salmon. This is a sheer ribbon. These are all wire edged. Well, these two are wire edged ribbons, okay? So I'm going to be using that. I got some paints because I also want to paint some of my seashells, so to have the colors. I can see that some of them do have that salmony color in here, but I want some of them to also have that kind of seafoam green. So I did get some Ceram Coat paint. Here we go. This is just a craft paint. I got these also at Hobby Lobby. This is called a Waterfall, and this one is called Salmon. So it's got sort of the colors that are in the towel. I also found this cute little anchor knob, by the way, and I'm going to put this on a little door, one of the little cabinets that I have there in the bathroom, just to give it a little more of a nautical feel. Also from Hobby Lobby, I found these lovely floral decor items. These are like seed pods. They're dried. But I like the colors. I like the kind of like sandy or like washed up wood color that they have, kind of worn and dry look that they have. I'm probably going to use some of these in my wreath. And just to add a little bit of green, I got this lovely, I don't think they say what they're supposed to be. Nope, they were $5.99 a stamp, but I did get them at half off, so I got $6 for both of them. They have this nice kind of a lamb's ear softness to them. So I'm not really sure what they're called, but I kind of want to call it a lamb's ear. All right, so that's what I got for my wreath. I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'll move the camera down, so let's get to crafting. Okay, so let me start by telling you the tools that I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using my scissors. I'm going to be using wire cutters, my needle nose pliers, some floral wire. I'm going to be using my hot glue gun and some glue sticks. So you might want to get those items prepared. I've got my glue gun all plugged in and ready to go, but I want to paint my seashells first, and I'm going to need them to dry. So I'm going to have to select some of these seashells that I do want to use, and then I'm going to decide what colors I'm going to paint them. I'm not going to paint all of them, just a few here and there, just so that I can add the colors on my wreath that are going to be on my towels, etc. So I've got my wreath here, and I'm just going to kind of choose some shells that I definitely want on there, and then I'll decide which ones I do want to paint. Okay, I love this one. Look at that. By the way, this packaging of shell was, I think it was $10.99, and I got it with a 40% off, so it came out to about like $6.60. Let's see, something different. I'm going to use a ton of these shells on here, and I'm going to put a bow on here, and then I'm going to put the shells just kind of coming out upward, and then just the oars kind of coming down. So, see, like this have a lot of the colors, but I think I'm going to paint some of these little ones that I can use as kind of fillers. Maybe this one here, something that doesn't have too much color on them, so I know that I don't have to do a lot of coverage. And let's see, I've got 3 of these. It doesn't really matter what I have. I love the color on this one. I don't want to paint that one, but I think I will paint this white one here. And maybe this little curly one. Okay, so I'm going to put these back on here, and if I decide to grab a couple more to paint, I will do that. And I did have another container here that I had prior, and I've got some like some netting here, and I've got some more shells in this packaging here, and I've got some in this inside of this jar. I used to have this just like that with these little glass beads and those shells, and then just covered like that, and I had that display in the bathroom. I'm probably going to freshen all this up and do something with that as well. I do have some sand that I think I want to put in here, but that's another project. So let's go and get this out of the way, because I might use some of those shells in the little bag. Okay, so we can get our wreath out of the way. And these are the ones I want to paint. And let's get this paint going here. I'm just going to put a droplet of this. If you hear a little sound, it's my little fan going. I'm really hot. My husband and I, we got up early, went to have breakfast, and then we did a little bit of shopping. We went to the grocery store, etc. So it's really hot outside. And then I went outside to spray paint the mirror that's going to go in that bathroom because it was a dark brown, and I've changed everything in there. We put in a new vanity also in that other bathroom, and so I'm changing everything to white. There we go. That's a pretty color. It's not quite the green that's over there, but I like it. It's gonna work. Okay, so these, I think these I'm gonna paint them in the salmony color and these in the blue. So that's all I'm gonna do. Just take a dry brush and just paint. I don't know if I want to give them necessarily a full coverage or just kind of lightly brush the paint on them. So for now, I'm just going to give them a light brushing, and probably only where it's really going to show. I don't need to paint the bottom where I'm going to glue it down. So that's all I did. Just give it a light brushing of the color. Close enough. This is probably closer to what's on the towel, actually. I want to give it so that it does kind of look like the shell has aged and some of the paint has come off, you know, because it's on the sea and, you know, things get weathered by not only the ocean water, but the sea breeze and the sun. Okay, let's get some of this color on this one as well. Grab it from underneath. Oops, I got some blue on there. Let's wipe that off. Got a little paper towel here. Fix mistakes, no big deal. Look at that, this just comes right off. It's definitely not going to be like a super permanent paint on here, but it'll work to give it the look I want. There we go. Here's another shell. Let's do this one now. I kind of like the idea of some of the colors that are there to kind of show underneath. So that's all I'm going to do on this one. Look at that. Just lightly painted. Let's do the other one. Anyway, I was saying the sound was a little fan. I don't know if I finished saying that. That's what that little sound is. I've got it kind of a medium speed here to cool me down. Even though I have a ceiling fan in here. Okay. It needs to be replaced. It's not very strong. Okay, so there we go. I did this one a little bit more coverage on that one. Let me go ahead and just use that same brush. I'm not even going to bother changing brushes. And hold on, let me give this one a little bit more right here because I feel like I put my finger there or something and I wiped it off. Okay. And then I'm just going to wipe off. Since it was a dry brush, I can wipe this off a little bit easier. Okay, so now we're going to use this blue. This is kind of a waterfall blue. Cascada, which is a Spanish word for waterfall. Una cascada de agua. Look at that. I like that. Just a kind of a very muted tone there. It's not very dark on there. I like that. Okay. This other one is a little bit darker, probably going to show some of the brown through. Yeah. Let's get it darker up in the top and kind of fade off towards the bottom. So it does have that color on there. A little bit more. So it shows off a little bit more, or a bit more. Oops, I keep wiping it off instead of putting it on. There we go. I think that's good as long as the color just kind of pops on it. That's good enough. Do this one. And then of course once I'm doing the wreath, if I feel like I need to paint a few more, I will. I'll just give them a little touch and let them quickly dry. These are going to dry really quick because I do have this little fan here. But I'm going to go ahead and take a little break and check up on my items that I spray painted outside in the hot, hot sun. And they're probably baked now, not just painted. I'm adding a little bit more color to this one. There we go. That beautiful color. Okay, I think that's good enough. I'm going to let these dry and I might decide to pick a few more to paint and I'll be back. Alright, so I've gone ahead and I painted a few more shells and they've dried, so I've just now put them over to the side. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to attach these oars to my wreath, and I kind of want them hanging from the top of the wreath down in the center, just like that, so they'll fill up this empty space on my wreath. So I'm just going to take this little rope I'm just going to cut off where it's been knotted. And then I'm just going to bring this around and through the, or around the wreath actually, and just knot it again and tie it up on here. I feel like that's hanging right about where I want it. Okay, and now I've decided that I'm going to go ahead and put the bow right up here so that it drapes downward, and then I can just fill it in with shells this way and that way, and maybe some right here. Okay, so I don't want this to move too much, so I'm going to go ahead and right where I want it, kind of tangling it within the same grapevine bits that are sticking out over here. Probably not the right choice of top. My little sleeves keep getting caught everywhere. Okay, so I'm going to use my glue gun. So just some little spots where this rope is touching. I'm just going to put some glue right there so it kind of keeps the rope from sliding around, and it'll keep this in the same position. I'm going to go ahead and make a big old floppy bow with this raffia. What is a raffia? I'm sorry. It's like a burlap ribbon, not raffia. I'm going to make like a really floppy bow with this. Just cut it straight. And I've made bows before, so if you want to see a video, I'll go ahead and link a video down below how to make basic handmade bows. I want this to kind of hang about this long, maybe a little bit more. But you know what? I can always decide and add little tails in there after I've added some shells. So I'm just going to do this kind of short like that at first. I think I'm going to cut it at an angle. Yeah, there we go. Like that. Keep the tails kind of short. And then just make a big floppy bow. And probably about 4 loops. I kind of like it because even though it's not wired ribbon, or is it? You know what it is? It does have wiring on these edges, so that's awesome. I thought it was just going to be like, well, you know, floppy, so it's not so much. So that's great. I'm just going to make about 4 loops because I want to add the other ribbons on there as well. So now I'm just going to tie it up with a piece of wire, which I probably should have ready before I started making my bow, but I never do, so this is just the way it happens. Okay, let me just get a piece of wire. It's all tangled up in here, but I don't want to buy another roll until I use this one up completely. I'm going to cut quite a bit of length, maybe 10 inches. Probably should have been more, but that's good enough. Okay, and just twist the bow so that it tightens toward the bow. And then this, I'm just going to make sure the little tails are going downward. And then I'm just going to tie it up among some of these pieces of grapevine that are going across. And this is why I use these little pliers. Where did I put them? Right here. These needle nose pliers is that whenever I have wire, like the little edges sometimes poke. So what I do is I take those edges and then I just roll them and then tuck them either into the bow or flat up, the wreath, or just flat against the wreath. Okay, and now I can now play with the bow. I'm going to add a little bit of glue just to make sure that also doesn't move around on me. Okay, just a little bit. And then just put these little tails open here. And then I'll also open up these loops. Now I want to make another bow. And I believe I want to use this one now. And this one I don't think I'm going to make tails. Let me see. Let me think about that. Yeah, I think so. Let's go ahead and cut them also at an angle. Trying to keep things clean as I will go along, but it's not really happening. Okay, so about the same length. And again, pinch, twist, and I'll probably make four loops as well. And I'm going to try and make them as big as this. And now that I think about it, I probably should have just done a double ribbon bow, like done them at the same time, like layered on top of each other and then done that. But this is what I'm doing, so I'm just going to continue. And if you want to see that, I can do another video on bow making to show you how I do double layers, etc. So just let me know if you're interested in that in the comments down below. All right, let's see. I don't know where the end of my wire went, so I'm just gonna create another another end. And nice long one as well. Tie this up, and I'm just going to put it on top of that other one. Now I could just leave actually a short piece of wire, because I'm just going to glue it on top of here rather than wiring it down. So I'm going to use this other half of the piece that I cut, which is about, I don't know, it was about 12 inches or 14 maybe. And I'm going to do the same thing, just roll up that little ends. Just find the tails of my bow right here. So then this is my back right here. Put some glue on that. On that wire. Let's get this. Put that on top. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to now make another bow with this other ribbon and put that on top of that other one. Lots of ribbon, and then I'll just use little bits of ribbon from either one of these on my other projects that I'm going to put in that bathroom, so everything kind of coordinates. But my wreath will have all 3 ribbons on it. Look at that, that is so pretty, I love it. I'm actually going to make a smaller looped bow with this one. And I'm also going to do just four loops. All right. And get those ends of those wires in there. In hindsight, when I think about it, I should have looked for some starfish to add to my wreath. Maybe when I'm shopping again, if I find one, I'll add it in once I already have it done and hanging on the wall. Okay, so there we go. Just flopping that one. Oh, I got some glue on the... Okay, it was a dry piece of... Well, no, there's a little bit of glue on my ribbon there. Oh, boy. Okay, now that I've got all these ribbons on there, I can go ahead and poof up the bow just a little bit. I'm not going to worry about making it way too pretty, because what ends up happening is I poof it again because I squish it, move it around to tuck things under it and so forth, like I'm doing right now. I'm moving it around so much. The bow is actually almost coming unglued because it's not quite dry. So you want to make sure you wait till all that's nice and dry, or wire down. I love that. Can you see that? That's a really pretty bow. Okay, that's good. All right, we're going to go ahead and put some of these lovely decorations, and I'm going to put it like this so that it's like you're looking at it and you're decorating it. Let's get these ribbons. I don't know why I had rope. What was I going to use that for? I think this is something I was going to use for the, you know, the soap dish and the dispenser and the little cup. But I'm gonna use that rope for. Look at this pot. It's kind of it looks like it came apart, so I'm just gonna glue that back in there. Love these. I love these little balls here. Oh, look at this one. That's kind of pretty. I think you could put that on there and then put like a little shell coming out of that. All right, so I'm just gonna dump these on my table. These look like pecans. I don't know what they are, but oh, they're like walnuts or something. I don't know. Okay, let's get that box out of the way. And these pods are so pretty. So I'm gonna stick one right in here. One of these pods right in here. You might want to grab all your decorations and lay them on your wreath first, so that you can decide like where you want things to go before, you know, gluing. I kind of tend to just grab things as I go, but you might want to decide like, okay, well, I want to put this here. I think this shell's a little too big for this particular project, but for instance, you know, if you wanted to put that on there, or maybe on the bottom part here, but I don't think I'm going to use this big giant one. But you can put your pods, and then you can start deciding like, well, where do I want my shells? Maybe that one there. maybe a really colorful one laying inside of that little pod. And you might want to use either E6000 glue or a Gorilla Glue, or use the E6000 the Gorilla Glue glue sticks. I'm just using my regular floral ones, but I'm going to go ahead and suggest that you use a better glue on your glue gun, or just use a glue that you could just apply manually or with a tip of the tube. The only reason that I'm not using it is because I'm very sensitive to scents. Not only that, but when I use regular glue sticks, I'm able to pull things apart and recycle and reuse. And since I'm doing all these type of craft videos for you guys, I may decide in the future that I do want to take this wreath out of my bathroom and put something else there, and then recycle this wreath for another project. So that's why I'm doing that. But I'm just letting you know that you can use a regular glue gun for all this. It will stick, but it's gonna be, you know, you might find that once in a while something's gonna fall off. So don't expect it to be too I guess permanent on there. I don't know what other word to use, but that. I'm gonna put this shell right under here to give that some color right there. And it's kind of hard to pick spots on these things where to glue them, because you're not gluing them to a flat surface. So I'm just putting glue in different parts on the shell, not shelf, where I think it's going to catch, and then just add more glue once you have it down on here. Because shells are kind of heavy, so I don't want to use anything. This is not heavy at all, actually it's pretty light, but you probably don't want to use too many like really heavy shells to glue down, because you don't want them falling off. I'm going to put this shell on top of this because I think it looks really pretty. And I'm probably going to be using a ton of glue. So I've got quite a bit of glue sticks here. I hope I don't have to run to the store and get some more, because it is hot out there. And my husband's outside working on the sprinklers. He's out there digging and stuff, and I don't like him being out there in the heat, because, you know, he has a heart condition and I don't want anything to happen to him. Okay, I think I'm going to put this one over here. Yeah, because I have another pod just like it. So I'm going to put this one on this side right here. This little shell inside of it, I like that. I don't want him being in the heat is what I was trying to say. So I kind of like when he's out there doing something, I like to be out there with him. If I'm not helping, I'm at least keeping an eye on him and making sure he's getting water. And, you know, he's got his little hat on. And of course he does the same for me. If I'm out there, he wants to be out there, and he's making sure I have a hat on and for the sun. And he'll bring water to me, etc. So, you know, just gotta take care of each other, you know? This is supposed to be like a little bow here, and it's kind of undone. So I'm just gonna fix that little bow. Okay, guys, so all I'm gonna be doing is I'm just gonna keep adding like shells and these little pods and these little balls all along the sides of my wreath. And then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna be inserting some of these greenery here and there, little spots between the items, and then I'll poof up my bow one more time and make sure that it is on there well enough. So that's all I'm going to do. So I'm going to be probably speeding up this next part. Shells on my wreath, as you can see here. I have filled it up. I'm going to stand it to make sure none of them are falling off. So far everything's holding on really well. So I'm going to trust that it is good. Now I've got these little bits of greenery, and I want to tuck them in here and there in different spots. So I'm just going to just take them off of the stems, just like that, and just individually stick the leaves here and there. This one I'll leave it nice and short. Let's go ahead and start with that one, just in case I don't use them all, but I feel like I am. I'm going to start off here at the top because I want to fill it in some areas. I don't want to really hide the shells. I just want to fill in some of the spots where it might look a little bald and it needs a little bit of color. So I'm just kind of rubbing it in as I go along so it grabs onto something. Grab this one here. Slide it right in there. Something like this, maybe right about right there, just to give some color behind that pretty, whatever that is. I don't know what it is, a pot or some sort of flower. Let's get more of these bigger pieces. I'm kind of like sliding and kind of rubbing them to make sure that the glue gets rubbed like that and it catches onto something. So that's what I'm doing. You see me moving it around like that. That is why. That there. Another one right in here. Tuck it in. Oops. I'm going to tuck this one right on top of that just to give it some more greenery right there. Okay, now let's do another one. I think I am going to use all of them. Alright, so I had also said that I was going to take some of this ribbon and kind of put it along here. So I'm going to go ahead and take a piece about maybe 36 inches long, trim it before I put some more leaves. This is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to scrunch up the little tip here, get a little piece of wire. You can't see the wire. Anyways, a piece of wire, and I'm going to wrap it around this little end that I've scrunched up. And I'm just going to come back here behind all my loops and grab some little branches where I can tie this wire. Twist it on there. Okay, and I'm just going to twist it kind of a little bit as I'm going to drape it. This part can be pulled a little bit. I'm going to drape it through here. So I'm going to add some glue right in there so that this, I don't want to hide those leaves. This drapes right on there, and then just twist it right there. There we go. And I'm just going to bring it behind. Oops. And I think I'm going to attach it right there. Just a little bit of glue there. Let that catch. Try not to get my fingers, but you know, I am. Okay. Just to drape some of this. And I'm going to do the same on the other side, but I'm going to add some more leaves, and then I'm going to do the continue and finish up the other side. Alright everyone, I want you to see how this is looking. I think it looks lovely. I'm going to scoop up my bow just a little bit so I can see what it's really looking like. Making sure I'm not hiding any of these beautiful shells. I'm actually pinching this little bow in a little bit. Just a little bit. Just to give the bow some more shape and texture, and it helps to kind of give it a little bit of volume to the loops. Okay, I'll fix it up a little bit more once I have it hanging on the wall. I just wanted to add a few more shells, and I've got this little bag here. It's got some little ones, and I want to add here and there, just where I may see some globs of glue. Let's see, these cute little shells, and I see some glue. And some spots that I want to hide. I don't know if it's catching on. Let's see. Let's get this in there. I need more glue. There we go. Cute little maybe just to make some spots not look so dark. Around this little pod here. One right there. They're so pretty. I love the way this is coming out. I hope you're liking it too, because I really, really am loving this wreath. Now I wish I had gotten one more of these greenery stems. This lovely green. It's so pretty. It's so fresh and soft, and I think it's perfect for this particular type of beach theme that I'm doing here. Get some of these smaller ones here. A little bit more over on this side just to fill it in. I'll probably take another look at it and see if I need anything else. But I'm really liking this. So there we go. I'm going to go ahead and put this wreath up a little bit better, and then show you a little bit better close-up of it. So I'm going to go ahead and be back. All right, everyone, so I have completed my seashell wreath, and here it is. I am very proud of it. I love the way that it looks. There we go, so you can take a nice look at it, and I will pan the camera around so that you can see the whole thing once I've hung it up on the wall. I'm very happy with it. I'm going to give myself a big old thumbs up. I hope you will give me a big old thumbs up. Leave a nice comment down below, and give me some more suggestions on what you'd like to see. I do have some things planned for you, as I said before. Next week I'm going to be doing the little soap dispensers and such for my bathroom as well. So I got one more video for that, and then I'll show you what the bathroom looks like once I've hung the towels and the shower curtain, etc. once it's finished. But for now, I'll show you how this looks just in that one wall where I'm going to put it, and that's it. So make sure you subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Thank you very much to those of you who have. You're all my friends. I love you very much. Make sure you share on your social medias. Don't forget to hit that notification bell button, and remind you that I do upload. On Tuesdays, I upload a craft video, and on Fridays, I upload a recipe video. And that's it. And as always, enjoy.